All right, welcome to the Browns Wire podcast. This is your host, Josh Keatley. With me, as always, the half-vaccinated Donovan James and the fully vaccinated Mac Robinson. I am not getting vaccinated because I believe it turns into lizard people. But this is the Browns Wire podcast. Donovan, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Just ate a Euro and drank a Michelob Ultra, so I'm good. And my homegirl Alexis is about to come on, and Mac's on, so it's a good night so far.
It is a good night. And you started a new job today or this week?
I started last week.
That's what I said last week. This is your first full. Yeah. This will be your first full week, right?
No, I started Monday. I started on a Monday. Yeah,
last Monday.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working a shitty schedule though because I work 1 to 10 now, so they switched it from 9 to 6. So it's cool. Everyone's like, "Oh, you get to like do shit." I'm like, "No, like I get to miss like everything at night, like the draft. I have to watch the draft at work, which is not too bad."
Well, when I first started Nationwide,
at least I can work at a place that I have like 30 TVs.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
When I first started at my job. Or my former job, I had to work like, I don't know, it was like 2 to 11 or some shit like that. And it was, and they gave me weird weekend. So my weekend was technically like Wednesday and Thursday. It was rough, dude. Especially when you go out to the strip club on a Tuesday night.
That ain't me.
That was that single Josh life.
My friends always ask me what I drink on the show. I drink a different drink every time.
I know you do. You know, variety is the spice of life, bro.
Right now.
I appreciate it.
Little Arnold Palmer. I have a different. No. I already had a Michelob, so I'm just going with the light Arnold Palmer right now. That's all. I have a different drink every time, though. Every time. Josh is always like, "What the hell are you?" I drink kombucha on the show, and I think I scared Josh.
Yeah, I remember that show.
Yeah.
Donovan was dropping sponsors earlier. Like, was it like a month ago? He was drinking water. He's like, "This water that's giving me money. You should try it every 5 minutes."
Yeah,
this water that's giving me money. Oh, you should try it. But Mac, how you doing, brother?
Oh, we'll say
I'm good, man. You know, I'm fully vaxxed. You know, my 5G has never been better. So I mean, it's I'm doing well, man. ready to go for the draft this week, man. Ready for it all to come here to Cleveland.
Finally,
dude, it's exciting. It is exciting. It's exciting. So we're gonna mock the first round today, okay? Based off what we hear, what we know, all that good stuff, and we're gonna see if we can kind of come to an agreement and predict these first 32 picks. While we're doing that, if someone wants to drop in the comments whether or not I can get COVID, even though I already had it, that would also be extremely helpful because we are not in a way we can Google it, and it was an argument before we got on the podcast. So, on to pick number 1, boys. Currently, the Jacksonville Jaguars have that pick. I don't think there's an argument here, okay? But Donovan, I will kick it to you, give you the honors. Who do you have in your mock draft? Oh, is Alexis on?
Hi, guys. What's up?
Hey, Alexis.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
perfectly.
I'm sorry you're sick,
Cool.
Alexis, and I made you come on the show, but I miss you so
It's
much.
okay.
I couldn't. Yeah,
I
it's been too
know.
long.
I was so excited to come back. This is terrible timing. But
I know. It's all good. We're fine. It's not going to be too long. Don't worry. It's not like a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
Mac Robinson's on too. Shout out Mac Robinson. I'm going to shout Mac Robinson out like 5 times tonight. That's number 1.
You should. Are you sick because you got the second COVID shot?
no,
Oh.
So I'm just like, I think my body is just adjusting. I've been doing this cleanse detox thing.
Oh.
And I've had a migraine all day. I guess I don't know if it's from that. It might just be a regular migraine, but I've just literally had this like pounding headache all day. I've like been out for the count on the couch with ice packs, which is why I was like telling Donovan, I was like, I can't have my camera on because I'm literally like, under 2 blankets with like ice packs on my head. So we'll just do audio today.
Use some lavender, like peppermint for sure. If you like essential oils, they work for me.
I've done that before, but I have them in my parents' house in St. Louis. I don't have them with me here. I
You're in
forgot
Chicago? Are you in
Yes.
Chicago right now? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago.
Donovan, what do you know about essential oils, dude? You
A lot.
hawking that shit on the side?
Dude, they work. Man. Like, I didn't believe in them, but they really helped me, especially with hangover. I was hungover this morning, and dude, I put some lavender like on my head and my temples and like under my nose. It worked.
There's always a bunch of single moms at
Peppermint
the local mall selling that shit.
You gotta have the good stuff though, man. We can't have no trash essential oils. No off-brand. High class only.
High class. Well, Alexis, we appreciate you coming on. I will keep it short and sweet. We're just mocking the first round. I told Donovan he didn't have to harass you to get you on.
Harass?
He's your biggest fan though, so he was down. He was determined to get you on. But for those that just jumped on, this is Alexis Kraft is joining us, who is the host of the Downtown Rams podcast. Alexis, you ready to dive in on this thing?
I am. Let's do it.
Okay, Donovan was just
shout
about
out Jake, by the way. Shout out Jake from Downtown.
Yes,
too.
shout out my co-host Jake. Always.
Yeah, I can't forget about him.
Yeah.
Are you done shouting people out, Donovan?
I'm just in a shout out mood today, man. I don't know. The Michelob Ultras have definitely helped.
I'm cool with it. No complaints out of me.
We could have 45 minutes of Donovan shouting people out.
I'm a hype man, dude.
Who do you have in pick number 1?
Trevor Lawrence from Cartersville, Georgia, by way of Clemson. Been mocked here for about 4 years for me, so
no shit.
Nothing's changed.
I don't think I don't want to speak for everybody, but I don't think anybody disagrees with that. Does anybody?
No.
Alexis?
Nope. No disagreement.
All right, let's move on to pick number 2, currently held by the New York Jets. Mac, who do you think that is going in this selection?
I think it's going to be Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU.
I do not disagree with that. Donovan?
Yeah, it'll be Zach Wilson.
Alexis?
Zach Wilson.
All right, awesome. Now, I guess we should get a couple rules straight. I did my mock draft based off of slot, right? So I'm not predicting trades or anything. I just have, like, for instance, coming up, I will have a quarterback at a slot that may not be going to that team. Is that how you guys constructed your mock drafts, or did you do it predicting teams? And I mean, because that's kind of how I thought we would do it. It's just like, hey, I think Trevor Lawrence is going number 1. I think Zach Wilson's going number 2. I think that even though, for instance, pick number 7, even though I don't think Detroit's going to take Trey Lance, I foresee a trade happening to someone coming up to get Trey Lance. That's how I constructed my mock draft. Is that an appropriate way of moving forward, or does someone disagree?
I mean, the way that I still go about it is not predicting trades and not predicting like somebody moving up to get to that spot. I just go with the teams as is right now and, expect to have egg on my face when it comes to all the trades just completely screwing over my entire mock draft.
And I'm cool with that if that's how we want to move forward. The problem I have with that is, for instance, I see the Lions more or less grabbing probably a defender or a wide receiver, and in this position, I could see someone giving up a king's ransom to grab that last quarterback. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's how I'm trying to adjust it for that. But Donovan, what do you think?
I mean, I did a mock draft without trades and one with, because that's like the right way to do it. I feel like. I just get the best of both worlds. It doesn't matter whichever one works. I have one with, like I said, I'm just going off of predictions, not what I would do, what I think they will do. I think some people get misconstrued. They're like, why the hell would you do that? Like,
right.
I'm
just
thinking about
off of rumors and what you know.
What exactly? So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can kind of just hit that head on when we start to disagree. Alexis, did you have any input on that?
No, I just did mine. I did mine without trades and just what I think teams will do. But I'm fine with whatever.
Well, and you and Max seem to be on the same page doing that, and Donovan's got one for both. So we'll just move forward with what we have, and then we'll argue it out amongst ourselves. Pick number 3 is currently held by the San Francisco 49ers. Alexis, what you got going on here?
Justin Fields.
I agree, but I think this might be where our first argument comes in, because Donovan's smiling and shaking his head. Donovan, what do you get? You got something different?
I said shout out Mac Robinson, though. Shout out Mac Jones, too, man.
So you got Mac Jones here.
Yeah, I got Mac Jones going there. Piss everybody off on Twitter. And
Mac, you get the tiebreaker. What you got?
I got Justin Fields going 3. I think that the talent level there, I think, makes all the sense in the world. And I get that Mac Jones fits what Shanahan has had before, but he's also never had the opportunity to get a quarterback like Justin Fields in the past. So give me Justin Fields going to San Francisco.
I agree. Donovan, you're outvoted 3-1, so we are going to put Justin Fields down here, but can you want to explain why you're wrong? Or I mean, why you think you're right?
I just think they'll go. I think Fields is better prospect right now.
Oh, okay.
But Mac Jones is like the safer quarterback, obviously outside of Trevor. He's even safer than Zach, really. And just as safe as almost Trevor Lawrence to me. Like he doesn't have.
Are you kidding me?
Safe, yeah.
What does that mean? What does safe mean? Because now I'm confused.
No bust potential.
Really?
Like, yeah, you might call him Kirk Cousins or whatever, but like, I'd rather have Kirk Cousins than Wayne Haskins.
Well, that isn't the bust that term is kind of that term is kind of fluid though.
Matt Ryan's his ceiling. People are saying fine. Give me that MVP.
But you're talking about floor. You know? When you talk about bust, you're talking
his
about
floor is
right?
Kirk Cousins. His ceiling's Matt Ryan. Give me that.
Okay, and so what do you view Justin Fields' floor as? What's the difference there? Because to me, if I'm spending the third pick on Kirk Cousins, I'm still pissed. That's a bust to me.
If you Matt Ryan's your ceiling, and Kirk Cousins is your floor. Kirk
Cousins
but when
you
top 15 quarterback in the NFL.
But when you talk about Matt
Ryan's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, but you're talking about safe, so we're talking about the bust side of it, right?
So Justin Fields could be out of the league in 5 years.
Really? You think that?
Yeah, or he could be. I don't really have a comp for him. He could be a Pro Bowl quarterback. He could be one of the top five. He could be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL.
But your floor is a similar career to what we've seen with Buckeye quarterbacks recently: Dwayne Haskins, Terrell Pryor.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into the Ohio State. I don't like.
No, I'm just grabbing shit from here.
That's why I kind of stopped talking about Haskins. I don't want to do that because Fields is the best quarterback that's put on Ohio State jersey talent-wise ever.
Maybe
to me. So I don't dislike Justin Fields. I dislike Mac Jones is, what he can do, and how he can get better too. I mean, I don't think he's just like a guy. Like he really. I think he has some limitations, obviously, like Matt Ryan and Kirk Cousins do. But he could be a legit quarterback, especially in the system with, Kittle and all those guys and Ayuk and their whole,
I don't think you're wrong. I think it's interesting that you view Kirk Cousins at a different level than I. Alexis, we kind of cut you off there. Did you have something to add to that?
I just think it's interesting, to think that Mac Jones is safe in the NFL. I think he's the least safe out of those top 5 quarterbacks. He's my 5th ranked.
Man. Okay,
I agree with that. I agree with that stance as well because, I'm coming at it from the point of view of he has so many weapons at Alabama that it seems kind of unpredictable.
I just don't understand how people. No one said that about Tua last year. It's the exact same players as him. Except he didn't have Waddle.
Because Tua had injury
no one said that.
He had a different thing.
So
people did say it against, but people did say it about Burrow.
But think of it this way.
Look at Joe Burrow last year. Besides the ACL, it's getting going down.
I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying people do say it. It is a reoccurring thing.
I just don't understand. I mean, Justin Fields' weapons are insane at Ohio State. I don't understand.
No, but see, here's the difference.
He has the best.
Chris Olave.
He has the best 2 receivers in college football next year.
Both of those guys were out numerous games, and their offensive line.
How many guys from Ohio State are going to get? I mean, they played each other in the championship. So obviously, I just don't. I know Alabama's a juggernaut. I get it, but
Brandon Weeden beat Andrew Luck in a college football game too, but that didn't make Brandon Weeden a better NFL quarterback.
I'm going to stop you right there, Mac. I'm not going to have any Brandon Weeden slander on this podcast.
I just didn't. I didn't see any bad tape besides going back to that Auburn game where he got thrown in when Tua got hurt, and then he did throw 2 picks, 2 pick sixes actually, and he came back and was fiery and threw touchdowns, and they won the game. And then versus Michigan, same thing. And then next season had the best efficiency rating of all time in college football history.
Alexis, did you have something to add there? I feel like you were saying something. We cut you off again.
I was just saying that it was not the Mac Jones thing is what's concerning me about Mac Jones. So I think the argument for Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones is that their teams were really stacked in college. Clemson and Alabama were arguably the 2 most talented rosters in college football. And so you see Trevor Lawrence with a completely stacked team, and he looks really good, as he should, right? I mean, everyone around him is just insane. The same thing happened to Mac Lawrence, and Mac Lawrence still looked that's my kind of concern with him is like he had like every weapon in the world, and I just don't think he looked that great to me. But I don't know. We'll see. I also agree that like Justin Fields could be out of the NFL in 5 years because I'm not like huge on him either.
I think you guys are both making interesting points. I think it's funny because I think you guys are both on extremes. Donovan is painting Mac Jones in a light of he was the playmaker, and Alexis, you're kind of painting the light of, well, I didn't see anything extraordinary about him. I think that there were points where he was very, very good. It's just that has to be taken into account because the 4 guys I have rated ahead of him also were very, very good with less talent. But I think we're all in agreement that the Niners are taking a quarterback here, right?
I mean, I'm not saying he was like the ultimate playmaker or anything. I'm just like this. I just don't understand. Like Alabama's had better teams than this. Like we all watch college football. Like AJ McCarron, Blake, none of these quarterbacks put up. Tua, the quarterback that
damn it! How many times do I have to say it? No Brandon Whedon slander, no Blake Sims slander, and no slander about the Rock Band Creed.
It's not slander. They're just not as good as Mac Jones was when he had when he was quarterback.
Well, we'll see.
Nobody was efficient as him. Not Baker, not Kyler, nobody. So
we'll see who the better quarterback is when Blake Sims has an indoor football league championship this year. And Mac Jones is sitting on the goddamn bench.
Mac Jones is going to be starting for the 49ers in like
2 weeks. Moving on. You were outvoted 3-1. We're moving on. We're looking towards the future. Number 4, currently held by the Atlanta Falcons. Alexis, you want to take this one?
So I have Trey Lance going there. I still think that Atlanta's I think they're gonna trade out, but like for the purpose of this mock, since we're not doing trades, I'm still gonna put him there.
Well, who do you think is going at number 4? Even if you trades or no trades, who do you think is the number 4 pick?
I still think it's Trey Lance, but I think Chicago or Washington trades up for him at number 4.
Mac, where are you with this?
I'm in agreement with Alexis here. I think that, if I'm looking at Atlanta, I think that Atlanta still takes Trey Lance. Because
you got Trey Lance at 4.
Yes.
So you got okay. Really, I'm shocked that you have Trey Lance at 4.
Yeah, no. So basically the way that I looked at this with Atlanta is that obviously this is a very deep playmaker draft when you talk about wide receivers and playmakers. Obviously Kyle Pitts is in a league of his own. But at the same time, if you're Atlanta, you've got Matt Ryan for a few more seasons. You can have Trey Lance sit behind him. And at that point, you're not going to be dealing with being up this high at this point. And you have your franchise quarterback in tow on top of having the new head coach, Arthur Smith, who made Ryan Tannehill look actually pretty good over the last couple seasons. So at that point, I think they take Trey Lance, let him develop behind Matt Ryan, and then go from there in the future.
Donovan, who you got here?
Kyle Pitts.
I have Kyle Pitts as well. So we have a disagreement. I was not prepared for this. I mean, like, I agree with Alexis. I believe she said that there was going to be a trade.
You kind of cut out for me there, so I'm not sure if she said that, but I think she did. I think there's going to be a trade there too, but I don't know, man. Like I don't live in Atlanta anymore, but still like kind of being close to the city and listen to like talk radio down there and some of the guys that know Atlanta well. They're split, man. Like the front office wants somebody totally different than the coaches do. I don't think the coach. I think Arthur and his staff definitely want a quarterback, but I don't think the front office does. Matt Ryan in Atlanta is really underrated. Like people don't really realize like how big he is there and what he does what he's done for the team.
He's a god. He
really is. He really is. And I think he's still playing good football. They got to build some.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're waffling though. So you got who you got? Yeah, who you thinking? Pitts or Lance?
I got Pitts. No, not Lance at all. It would be Fields over him, but
Fields is off the board though.
Oh yeah, he's off the board. Okay, in this draft. So
what? Okay.
Oh well.
So we're at a gridlock.
Kyle Pitts then. Okay. I mean, if according to this board, I mean Mac Jones would be the pick over Trey Lance, but I'm gonna go Kyle Pitts. So.
I'm going to call veto as we're tied, and I'm going to jot Kyle Pitts down. Does
Okay.
anybody have a huge issue with that? Put my foot in the dirt. No, it's going to be Trey Lance.
I mean, it's your show, so by all means.
Mac, don't be a dick. Don't be a dick, Mac.
Yeah, it is your show, man.
Donovan, what do you? Can you? I mean, you're the most sensible person here. Typically, Alexis, I don't know you. I don't know you well enough, Alexis. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. Donovan is typically the most sensible person. What do you think, Donovan? Should we put? I'll let you make the final call because I'm a dick.
I would say Kyle Pitts, man.
All right, let's do it.
Atlanta, they're good on quarterback right now. I think they might trade back up though into the late first, like Baltimore did with Lamar, and kind of get somebody that fell for a quarterback to have that 5th-year option. Possibly one of the quarterbacks, Davis Mills or Kellen Mond or somebody like that. I think one of those guys.
All right, we put down Pitts. We're going to move on. Pick number 5, the Cincinnati Bengals. People are texting me already that I better take Chase. Adam Moore, if you're still listening, you can suck it, dude, because I got the Bengals taking Penei Sewell, offensive tackle from Oregon. Donovan, agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Who do you have?
From what I've been hearing about them drafting, I would say Jamar Chase or Rashawn Slater.
Okay, you got to pick one. Who are you taking? Taking Jamar Chase then?
Jamar Chase.
Okay, Mac, what do you got?
Again, if it were me drafting, I would go Penei Sewell. But I'm not, and I'm going to take Jamar Chase.
Okay, so you think that the Bengals are going to take Jamar Chase. You think that Jamar Chase is going to go 5. Okay, Alexis, where you at?
I have Sewell. I've been taking Sewell.
Another gridlock. You have Sewell, because I envision the Bengals staying here, and I envision them taking Sewell. Mac, you're kind of, it sounds like you're a little 50-50 though, because it sounds like you could see the Bengals taking Sewell, but based off what you're hearing Chase. But it sounds like, am I misconstruing what you're saying, or could you go either way here?
I'm saying it again. If I were the one making the pick, I would say Sewell. But again, from everything that I've picked up on and everything, I think that Cincinnati is going to end up wanting to pair up Jamar Chase, I should say, with Joe Burrow, and then the second round maybe see if they can get one of the tackles that ends up falling out and kind of going from there.
Yeah.
Jesse Smith commented, another gridlock. That's why you got to have an odd number like the Supreme Court. She's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. In our defense, we thought we had an odd number, and then we right before showtime we had 4 people. Donovan, it sounds like you were 50-50 as well, a little bit, because you said you think that they're going to take Chase. Would you also take Chase?
No, I would take Sewell, but I think they're going to do Chase. But I would say I think they're going to trade. I think this is a big trade value too. I'm hearing the Chargers really like Penei Sewell, and they can move up.
Okay, so cool. So you guys were 50-50. Alexis and I were standing strong with Sewell. I'm gonna go with Sewell. Joe Burrow's got that nasty scar on his knee that everybody keeps zooming in on. They have T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, so it's not like they have nothing on the outside. We're gonna put down Sewell at number 5. All right, moving on to number 6. The Miami Dolphins currently hold this pick. Donovan, what are you thinking here?
Oh man, the Dolphins. I think Slater.
Okay, Mac.
With the way that this board's fallen, I'm going to say that they go Jamar Chase.
Okay, Alexis, what are you thinking?
I have Devonta Smith.
Really? You have Devonta Smith over Jamar Chase?
I think Jamar Chase is better, but I think that Miami likes Devonta Smith better.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Pair him over Tua too.
I have. That's a good point. I have Jamar Chase as well. So we have two Jamar Chases, another wide receiver, although not Jamar Chase, and then Donovan. You had Rashawn Slater. So let's put down Jamar Chase, and then we'll move forward. Is everybody in agreement? That's fine.
I'm okay with that.
All right, cool. Well, of course you are. You picked Chase. But Chase was number 1 on everybody's board at wide receiver, though, correct? Alexis, even you said, even though you have Devonta Smith here, Chase is your number 1 wide receiver, correct?
Correct.
Mine's Devontae, but
your number 1 wide receiver is Devontae?
We've talked about this so much, dude.
What do you want? You just want to have the Alabama football team bukkake you? Like, what's going on?
I have Jamar Chase too. I mean, like, I don't. I have him as a top 10 prospect overall.
Yeah, but you got Devonta Smith higher than him.
I do have Amari.
What is the position where you don't have an Alabama player number 1?
Everyone except quarterback and wide receiver. Well, no, running back too, because I have Najee number 1.
I know you do. I know you
So,
got.
Yeah, I love Najee.
A defensive tackle and linebacker.
Nah, I don't have Barmore.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't have Deontay Brown number 1 at guard. I don't have what's their tackle's name?
Alex
Leatherwood.
Yeah, I like him, but I don't have him in the top 5. I don't think.
All right, moving on. Number 7, currently owned by the Detroit Lions. Mac, what are you thinking here at number 7?
I think they're going to go Rashawn Slater here.
Okay. Alexis?
Well, I had Jamar Chase down, but we can't use him, right? Because he was just picked.
Correct.
So I'll just go Devonta Smith again.
Okay. Donovan.
I had Devontae Smith here.
Really? Okay, so we got Slater, 2 Devontae Smiths.
Yeah. Well, according to this board, yes, I have.
Okay.
Devontae Smith.
I envisioned a trade here. I put Trey Lance. I guess my thought process was Denver would probably trade up at this point because they're running quarterbacks. But I've been vetoed. That's fine. We're going to put Devontae Smith down.
All right.
Okay. All right, moving on to number 8, the Carolina Panthers. Alexis, you want to kick this one off?
Sure. Well, I had Kyle Pitts, so I'm going to say Slater.
Okay. Donovan.
I think they're gonna trade out of this one, but I'll pick somebody.
You can envision a trade. It's the number 8 slot. Who do you think is going to go number 8? I'm just saying the team just kind of I don't know why, just to keep it flowing.
I'd probably say Jalen Waddle.
Okay, Mac.
I'll go Rashawn Slater.
I have Rashawn Slater here as well. So I'm going to write that down. And Donovan, who did you say? You said Jalen Waddle here?
Jalen Waddle, yeah.
Yeah. So we got voted 3-1. So we're going to move on. Pick number 9, the Denver Broncos currently hold this pick. I'll kick this one off. Like I said, I envisioned the Broncos trading up, and then I thought maybe this pick would be in flux, whether New England trades up or someone trades up right now. I envision Jalen Waddle going number 9. I don't know who to, because I don't envision the Broncos taking another wide receiver, but I envision this being Jalen Waddle's pick. Donovan.
I have Penei Sewell going here, but he's gone in this one, so I'll say Micah Parsons.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Mac, what are you thinking?
Their defense is horrible.
With the way that the board is falling, I'm going to have them going Trey Lance.
Okay. And Alexis?
I have Micah Parsons.
God damn, 2 Micah Parsons?
Got to replace Vaughn, man.
Okay. I don't have an argument for that. That's fine.
Okay.
Vic Fangio is a very defensive-minded coach. Micah Parsons is insane. He had a great pro day. He's, former 5-star recruit who has done nothing but lived up to the hype. I don't think it's insane. That's fine. I'll concede. Pick number 10, currently owned by the Dallas Cowboys. Donovan, you want to kick this one off?
Yeah, Patrick Surtain the second.
Wow, you said that one quick. Mac, what are you thinking here?
I mean, no brainer.
I would go with J.C. Horn.
Okay, Alexis, what are you thinking?
I have Patrick Surtain.
God damn! Donovan, you guys talk before the show and decide how to screw up my podcast? You assholes!
She just knows what she's talking about, man.
I envision another trade here. I thought this is where Mac Jones would go, so I guess I lost, and we'll go with Patrick Surtain the second.
Damn, I do have him as my number 1 corner. You're right, Josh.
Yeah, Mac and I were talking about our cornerback rankings.
That's 4 Alabama players, number 1 position.
Yeah, I had Caleb Farley as my number 1 corner. I know with the injury issues, he scared off a lot of people, including Mac. So I'm guessing you had J.C. Horn number 1, Mac?
Yeah. Yeah, J.C. Horn's my top guy. I love him, man.
I get, both players are you can make a solid argument for either one. I do think that Surtain is better than Horn, so I will scoot to that. Number 11 pick, currently owned by the New York Giants. Alexis, you want to kick this one off?
Yes, and I'll pronounce his name wrong because I always do, but Kwity Paye. from Michigan.
Quitipe. That's pretty close.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped here, to be honest with you. Donovan, you got one? So.
Yeah, Christian Darrisaw.
God damn. Okay, Mac?
I was going to say Jalen Waddle.
You know what?
Is he still on our board?
Yeah.
See,
why are you even on, Donovan? Why are you even on the podcast?
Well, I'm getting confused about the players I'm picking, and I have to re-pick them again, basically. So I already picked Waddle once, but he's still there.
You like Waddle too, then?
So yeah, Waddle for sure.
So I actually had Devontae Smith here in my original mock, but with Waddle still on the board, I like Waddle as well. So that gives Daniel Jones another weapon. I like that one. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and move forward with that one. Everybody cool with that?
Yeah,
sounds good.
All right, number 12. Is currently owned by the Philadelphia Eagles. This is where I had Micah Parsons going. I know that the Eagles probably want a wide receiver. All the wide receivers that are over, all the major ones are off the board at number 12. So I had Micah Parsons. With him off the board, I'm a little questionable now. I guess this is where I'll take Jeremiah Owasu Koromora. Donovan, what are you thinking?
Rashad Bateman, Minnesota.
Okay,
Ooh,
Matt.
Okay. At this point, I would say J.C. Horn sitting there. I think that he makes a lot of sense for Philly at this point.
Okay. Alexis, what are you thinking?
Well, I had Waddle, so I'm going to say J.C. Horn as well.
All right, let's put down J.C. Horn. That works for me. I'm not 100% sold that a joke would be going there. I do think it would be an interesting fit. They do like their safeties there. And he's, that tweener that's very aggressive. But J.C. Horn, they don't, other than Darius Slay on the outside, there's not a whole lot there. We saw them get beat up with the pass. Getting a nice, tall, lengthy corner on the other end would be pretty ideal. Moving on to pick number 13, currently owned by the Los Angeles Chargers. Mac, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go with Christian Darrisaw here. Put him at tackle, protecting Justin Herbert.
Donovan, where are you going? I think I know where you're going, Donovan. I think I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah, Darrisaw again. Yeah.
Really?
I picked him 3 times. I picked him 3 times already. Yeah.
Alexis, what are you thinking?
I'm going to say Darrisaw because I had Slater down.
I had Elijah Vera Tucker, dude, the LA boy. That'd be dope.
Yeah, it would be. Darrisaw's a little bit better, man. I like Vera. I like.
Vera Tucker's a guard. That's the difference.
Yeah, he's more versatile. He can play guard and tackle, but he's definitely.
Who, Darrisaw? Oh, you mean Vera Tucker?
No, Vera Tucker.
Vera Tucker's gonna play guard.
He's a guard.
Right?
Yeah. He's an emergency tackle, but he's not gonna. Yeah, when at SC, he was definitely better when they put him inside. Our line was horrible, so we had to play that tackle.
Okay, so number 14, currently owned by the Minnesota Vikings, Donovan. We'll kick it off with you, buddy.
Trey Lance. Oh well, he's gone. I'm looking at my own mock draft. I had Trey Lance.
So wait, hold on. Now I'm really confused. So Kirk Cousins is the best quarterback that you've ever seen.
I said he was the
Vikings.
Trey Lance
have the Vikings replacing
a top 15 quarterback.
Trey Lance is still there.
That's literally what I said. Top 15.
By the way, Trey Lance is still there. Mac is right.
Oh well, yeah, it's definitely Trey Lance. Then. Yeah.
Why do you have them replacing Kirk Cousins with Trey Lance still?
Kirk Cousins has 2 years left on his contract. Trey Lance is about 2 years away, I think, from taking over that job and starting anyway. And if Kirk goes down, which he doesn't really get hurt too much, but if he goes down, it'd be nice for Trey Lance to have. Perfect situation for him. And the Vikings really, they have a pretty good team in place there. And he's from Minnesota. Didn't get the Gophers job, but now he could be, starting for the Vikings in a couple of years. 5th year again, having that 5th year. Option that having him come in, he'll only be 22 in 2 years, I believe. He's 20 years old.
Right.
Yeah. That's a perfect. I've been hearing this a lot. If he falls, Minnesota really likes him a lot. Kirk Cousins is 33 years old, 2 years left, so have some quarterback in waiting.
So you got Trey Lance going here. Mac, what do you got?
Yeah.
I'll go with Elijah Vera Tucker here. I think that he makes sense on the interior of the offensive line for them.
I guess that answers the next question we had on our YouTube chat. Is Vera Tucker moving up the board? I believe so. Alexis, what do you got?
I had Elijah Vera Tucker.
Are you kidding me? Both you guys took. Well, you know what? That's fair. We'll go with that. I had Jalen Phillips here for the record, but we'll put down Barrett Tucker. All right, moving on to pick number 15, currently owned by the New England Patriots. Alexis, what are you thinking?
I have the Jeremiah linebacker from Notre Dame, who I love.
Wasso?
Yeah. Donovan, what are you thinking?
Is Mac Jones still on the board in this draft? Sadly?
Yes, he is.
Well, I mean, Mac Jones.
Mac, what are you thinking?
Trey Lance.
So we got Mac Jones, Trey Lance, JOK, and then I was going to say Greg Newsome. So, okay, let's go ahead and put down a quarterback then. Okay, because we got 2 quarterbacks, a cornerback, and an outside linebacker. So we'll go quarterback, and then Mac, you got Trey Lance, and Donovan, you got Mac Jones. Alexis, which one are you leaning with?
For the Patriots?
Yeah.
I'm just inclined to say Mac Jones because of that connection between. I just feel like if it was down to them two, that's who they would pick. But I think Trey Lance is better.
I got Trey Lance. So we're gridlocked. I'm putting down Trey Lance. Alexis has Trey Lance higher on her board over Mac Jones anyways. She's just saying Mac Jones to the Patriots because, Bill Belichick loves white quarterbacks. But we don't, we're going to put Trey Lance down.
His starting quarterback's black right now.
Oh, that's right. Well, unfortunately, Cam Newton.
I was just
one
that
of the
wasn't the
blackest
connection I was making. The connection I was making was
the
just
blackest quarterback. Sorry, well, I'm sorry.
And Saban. No, I was
right.
just saying that wasn't the connection. It was just like Belichick and Saban.
That's fair. I was just being a dick, anyways. Plus,
all good.
Donovan was right. Cam Newton was technically the starter there last year. I tend to forget because he was so bad, which sucks because, dude, I love Cam, bro. I really do. I bought all the stupid shoes, all the ones that go up to your goddamn calf. You can't really wear them in public.
So we're going back here?
No, we went Trey Lance.
Trey Lance,
going Trey Lance. Number 16, which is cool, too, because Trey Lance sitting behind Cam Newton is pretty ideal, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They're not. Justin Fields is more like Cam Newton, but Trey Lance is not. I mean, they got a very similar athletic ability, how they take off, all that stuff. And because people forget, Cam Newton really put the Auburn team on his back when he was in college as far as running the ball. Who was his best wide receiver when he was at Auburn? Oh, my God. Donovan, do you know? Yes, you do, bro, because it was the guy that he was fast as shit, but he was terrible. He was in the CFL
Not Eli
for a while.
Stove. No, Eli Stove's new.
No, we'll go back. We'll come back to that.
That was Jarrett Stidham's quarterback. Not bad. Receiver. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's still there.
Yeah. It's the guy who went up to the CFL, but I can't remember his name. Moving on to 16 pick owned by the Arizona Cardinals. We got J.C. Horn off the board. Donovan, what do you got here?
Is Horn off the board? Oh, damn.
I had Horn here too. I would say. I'm sorry, to cut you off.
Probably Greg Newsome then.
Mac, what do you got?
Based on what I'm hearing, Greg Newsome.
Alexis, what do you got?
Well, I had Horn, so next for me would be Farley, but I'll go ahead and say Greg Newsome.
I have Greg Newsome here. I would go with Greg Newsome here too. I feel like he fits a little bit more that Patrick Peterson mold, which I think is what they like. So I like that. We'll go through some here. Pick number 17, owned by the Las Vegas Raiders. Mac, what are you thinking here?
I'll go with Tevin Jenkins here.
Interesting. Okay. Donovan?
Trayvon Morig from TCU.
Okay. Alexis?
I'm going to go Tevin Jenkins since Darisa's gone. Yeah, I had
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Doesn't this feel like a Raiders pick to get the aggressive defender? No one has that. No one else has that, huh?
I had Tucker as my backup pick, but he's already gone, I think, from this.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Jenkins, I was going to say Barmore. Just something like with what they, especially with the defensive lineman that they cut last week.
All right, we'll go with Taven Jenkins then. Pick number 18, currently owned by the Miami Dolphins. Alexis, what's your initial thoughts here?
Najee Harris.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Donovan?
Najee Harris.
Oh, God damn it. Mac, what are you thinking?
Najee Harris.
You're such a copycat. You're such a copycat, dude. I can
I
tell
had it
you.
right, man.
Yeah, I'm sure you had that written down. God damn it. I had Aziz Odolari. Well, all right, let's go with Najee Harris. Okay, pick number 19, currently owned by the Washington football team. Donovan, kick us off.
Oh man, see, I have them trading up for sure, but at this spot right here, let's see what we got.
Yeah, who do you got at 19?
What are the quarterbacks available? Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is still.
Take Mac Jones again.
Okay. Donovan? I mean, Mac? Jeez.
I'll go with Mac Jones.
Alexis?
Mac Jones.
Finally, you guys put him on Alabama U, so that's good. They got a lot of Alabama players on this team.
That's true.
One pick for Chicago.
Ohio State guys on the outside too.
Yeah. I had Xavier Collins here, man. The thought of Chase Young, Montez Sweat,
Ooh.
and Xavier Collins on the second level. It doesn't
I like that.
That shit.
I like that too. Yeah.
That shit's dope. But you guys, Mac Jones. That's fine. We'll go with Mac Jones. Pick number 20, currently owned by the Chicago Bears. Mac, what are you thinking here? Are you frozen? You just thinking real hard.
I'm thinking. You know what? I'll have him go Rashad Bateman.
I like that. Donovan, what do you got?
For the Bears, sorry, I mean to curse.
No,
Well, that's it. You did say that. Who'd you go with, Mac?
Rashad Bateman.
Okay, yeah, you did go with Rashad Bateman. I would go with Rashad Bateman. Yeah.
Alexis, where you at?
Samuel Cosme.
Interesting.
Nice.
Sam, I am.
I also have Rashad Bateman here. I think it's a perfect goddamn fit, dude.
I agree.
Especially with Allen
Especially-
Robinson. Woo!
Yeah.
Goddamn. Mitch, if Mitch can't get it working with there, they got
Mitch
issues.
is gone. Mitch is gone, dog.
Yeah, Mitch is backing up Josh Allen.
Oh my
Your boy-
god,
your
dude!
boy Andy
Jesus
Dalton-
Christ,
your boy
what's wrong
Andy-
with me today, bro?
Andy
Yeah,
Dalton.
Andy Dalton's
Dude,
there.
Andy Dalton and Nick Foles,
Foles.
baby.
The fuck is wrong with me? Yeah, Big Dick Nick.
God,
Jesus
they need
Christ,
they
dude.
need a quarterback. so
This is
bad.
what happens when we do the show on Sundays, dude. I'm completely lost, bro.
Sunday scaries.
Yeah, that's what, dude. I'm messing up the quarterbacks. It's like the number one position to know. I can't even remember who the quarterback
Alexis,
was.
Alexis, I just want to let you know I'm going to Taco Bell after this show. By the way, you'll get that joke, inside joke.
So jealous.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Oh yeah, you can't. I can't.
How was that an inside joke?
Because we did a whole podcast one time about Taco Bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just a
Basically.
statement.
No, I wish I could have Taco Bell right now.
Sorry, I forgot you're on the cleansing. thing.
I'm on a spiritual journey.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna send you some essential oils. I'm gonna send you some and some
Please.
water. Some
oil.
some
Thank you.
organic spring water. Just water.
I literally drank so much water today.
I just like doing that to Josh. Josh is just drinking like a Diet Coke or some shit.
Come on, dude. We've been doing this podcast together forever. You know it's Mr. Pibb.
Oh yeah, that's right, Mr. Pibb.
I've never
Mr.
had
Pibb.
that.
Oh,
You never had
it's
Mr. Pibb?
fake Dr.
No,
Pepper.
they didn't really have it where I was from. Like, isn't it like Dr. Pepper?
It's just like Dr. Pepper, but not.
all my friends say it's white trash Dr. Pepper.
No,
but they
Dr.
can suck it. They know who they
Thunder.
are.
Dr. Thunder is white trash.
Oh, the Walmart. That's the Walmart brand.
Yeah, dude, Dr.
Yeah.
Thunder. If
Dude,
someone
I just drink that sparkling ice stuff, like a sparkling water stuff.
yeah.
I always just drink the black raspberry.
Oh, black raspberry is good. I like the
Yeah.
black cherry though.
Does that taste like Dr. Pepper? Is that why?
No, I'm
It's
just
just
saying
your
my
favorite
drink
show.
preference because I don't really drink pop anymore.
I don't either.
I shouldn't either because I'm so fat. but I do anyways. Pick number 21, currently owned by the Indianapolis Colts. Alexis, you want to kick this one off?
Yeah, I have Caleb Farley.
Okay. Donovan?
Elijah Moore.
Mac?
I'll have Liam Eichenberg.
Homer. Just kidding.
Okay. So let's see.
Hey, just because he went to my high school, okay? Look,
I know I did.
I had.
tell everybody that. I tell
Oh, is that
everybody.
right?
Yeah, you went to high school.
Oh, that's
You're
right.
a couple
Dude,
years
Donovan
younger
has Donovan has such a good memory when it comes to high schools and shit, bro. Because I mean, I've talked to you at least 35 times about that and can't remember. But Donovan's heard it from you once and he remembers it.
Shout out Mike Robinson for going to high school.
Alexis, what were you saying?
Say, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I love Eichenberg.
Yeah, sadly. Fight on.
So
hey, he wouldn't be that far off in Indy.
yeah, no shit. Yeah, I had Alex
Right.
Leatherwood. So we had two offensive tackles, a cornerback, and Donovan James again.
He took Elijah Moore.
That's right, wide receiver. Sorry. So let's go with offensive tackle. So now the decision is between Leatherwood and Eichenberg. Donovan, which one are you thinking here?
Eichenberg.
Alexis?
Eichenberg.
Dude, you guys suck.
I think that would be cool
That'd be
though,
a-
because he'd be on the same line as Quentin
Quentin.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
he gets
actually
Constanzo to retirement.
yes, I'm actually higher on Eichenberg than I am Leatherwood. The only reason I had Leatherwood there is because of, my understanding was that they were infatuated with him. I don't know. I read that somewhere or heard that somewhere, but I do have Eichenberg higher. And I think that there should be some kind of sway towards a guy that's a hometown kid or local. So I'm fine with that. 22, currently owned by the Tennessee Titans. Donovan, what are you thinking, buddy? This is your hometown now.
It is.
The hometown team.
I think this one's tough, man. I'm gonna go with Asante Samuel Jr. though.
Really, Mac? What do you got?
Or Farley. Farley's still on our board, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to go Farley.
Farley.
So you're changing yours to Farley, Donovan?
Yeah. Farley. Sorry.
Okay, and Mac, you got Farley.
Yeah.
Okay, Alexis, what are you thinking here?
I have Elijah Moore to the Titans because I
Really?
think reunited, like Ole Miss receiver AJ Brown,
Okay.
Elijah
Yeah.
Moore.
I like that, actually.
Get Dante Moncrief in there too.
Dante Moncrief, dude, I was so high on that piece
So
of
was
shit.
I, dude. I still love.
I was.
I
He
still
was.
have hope. I still have hope.
He
Not
was,
really.
he was so good in college, but he was like the type of good where it's like he was like, remember when Curtis Samuel was at Ohio State, where it was like, damn, if they gave him the ball more, he'd be an All-American. That's how Moncrief was at Ole Miss, and it's just like never. He's a body catcher, bro. He's just a body catcher. I had Kwity Paye here, but we'll forego that and go with Caleb Farley because you guys outvote me. Pick number 23, currently owned by the New York Jets. Mac, what are you thinking?
With the Jets, you know, I'll have them go Kwity Paye.
Okay. Donovan, what are you thinking?
Jalen Phillips.
Damn, that's not bad. Alexis?
I have Jalen Phillips down, but
Okay.
if Kwity Paye isn't gone yet, then I don't know. I guess I'll still go Jalen Phillips.
Okay. I was going to Asante Samuel Jr. So, Mac, who did you have again?
I had Kwity Paye.
Okay. And then Donovan had Jalen Phillips, and Alexis, you did end up going towards Phillips, correct?
Yes.
All right, let's go with Phillips.
All right.
All right. Two West Coast kids out in New York. Cool.
That makes sense too. If you think about what Robert Saleh is going to do, he's going to want Kwity Paye is good, but Kwity Paye is more of he's got the higher floor, and Jalen Phillips has a much higher ceiling. So with Robert Saleh, you got to assume a young new head coach like that who just came over from having Nick Bosa and DeForest Buckner is probably going to want them more aggressive. So I'll fold on there and go with Phillips. That's fine. Pick number 24 to the current owners of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alexis, what do you got?
I have Greg Newsome down. Has he been taken yet?
He has.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go. It might be a little high for him, but I'll just say Eric Stokes.
Okay.
Stokes. Okay, it's not too high.
Donovan, what are you thinking here?
We took Tevin Jenkins pretty early, right? He's gone.
Yes. Yeah.
Xavier Collins.
That's an interesting one. Mac, what are you thinking?
And I swear I'm not copying her, but Eric Stokes.
Are you kidding me? I had Alex Leatherwood. All right, Eric Stokes it is.
I almost went Leatherwood. That's hilarious. I was deciding between the two, but I took Xavier
I know.
Collins.
I could tell you were looking at your offensive tackles. Well, you said David Jenkins. I knew you were looking at your offensive tackles. All right, 25, currently owned by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Donovan, what get this one off?
Yeah. Man, no one's taken Trayvon Morig yet.
No one has.
Yeah, well, I took him the last time, but yeah, so I'll go with him.
Okay.
They need a safety there for sure.
Mac, what are you thinking?
I think Urban will like him.
I'll go Trayvon Morig as well.
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna delete you from the show, bro. You're just gonna copycat the last person. Alexis, what do you got?
Travis Etienne.
Like
him, Lawrence, and yeah.
I had Kadarius Toney here. I thought that Urban would be more right. Urban would be very inclined to get a playmaker there. He's gotten DJ Shark on the outside, who are he's got his vertical threats or his outside guys. Toney being the smaller frame that he has, be the inside guy. But that's okay. We'll go with more.
I'm surprised you went with Toney because they just got Marvin Jones too. So I mean, and they have Laviska.
Yeah,
Shenault.
but
like it seems like they're set ever. They have three.
No, Chenault's
They have Shenault. They have They still have Philip Dorsett and Colin Johnson too that are young.
So
they do need another
Dorsett's
receiver.
not young. Philip Dorsett is not young.
But he's not young. Colin Johnson is
6'6" and runs a 4.7 40, right? So he's not the explosive player that Toney is. Marvin Jones is a very good slot guy, but again, he doesn't have that niche playmaking ability that Toney has. You can do a lot of gadget plays with Toney. Shenault, you have a decent argument. You have a decent argument with Shenault, but Toney's way. Yeah, I do too. I do too. But Toney is way faster than Shenault. So I figure you'd go with more of that than most of your tall wide receivers, most of your possession guys are off the boards anyway. So I feel like Toney was a good pick. Didn't matter. I was outvoted anyways.
They'll definitely go with the tight ends too, because they have Eifert right now, but they'll go.
Yeah.
What Eric had him in our mock draft, and he picked. Who did he pick? He picked Pat Fryermuth. Excuse me. Yeah. That was a good pick.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that could actually happen in real life too. I think that actually.
I think one of the big issues when you have a quarterback that's young like that is you definitely want to surround him with enough studs as possible. Kind of what the Browns did with Baker.
Exactly.
Get your OBJs and the, your Nick Chubbs, all that good stuff. But that's fine. I've been outvoted.
Wait, so who was the pick?
Moore, safety from TCU.
It was our pick, yeah. Except you didn't pick one.
You're such a dick, Donovan. All right, pick number 26. The Cleveland Browns. Mac, what do you got here, dude? This is the team you cover, so you better not fail.
I'm scared to make this pick in front of Keatley and Mac, man.
I would say
right the last 10 picks.
Much to the dismay of a decent amount of Browns fans, I'm not going linebacker. I'm going to go with Kwity Paye.
Oh yeah, he's still available.
Is he still? Yes. You're right. He is. Yeah, okay.
We've heard his name so many times, but we've never actually picked him.
I know, right?
Keep bringing him up.
Donovan, what do you got here?
Is Jeremiah Owasu still available?
Dude, he's still there.
Well, yeah,
still
that's the pick. That's the pick. That's the pick. I don't care if you don't like linebackers. That's the pick. You'll thank me later, Browns fan.
Now he's just trying to buy goodwill. Now he's just trying to buy goodwill from the linebacker guys.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Alexis, what are you thinking?
I'm going Quiddy Pay.
Really, dude?
Come
I
on,
had
Josh. Go Jeremiah. You like Jeremiah.
I had Christian Barmore.
Really?
They got rid of Sheldon Richardson. They're trying to make that defensive line 100%.
I would say that.
All the rumors I've heard.
We can get your boy.
I think that Richardson comes back. I think Richardson ends up coming back for cheaper.
Donovan, you know that I have Davion Nixon higher.
Yeah, I know.
I have him higher than Barmore, but everybody that I know,
he's better than him.
Absolutely, but everybody I know is saying Barmore. That's what everybody I know is saying Barmore. I thought this was basically a sure thing. Is that not what you were hearing, Mac? Are you not hearing that?
I mean, I've heard that Nixon is very highly regarded, and I mean, Barmore, they look at his potential, but I think
this is not a personal pick. I have guys higher than Barmore. Barmore is just what I've heard, and I've heard people have a lot of confidence in saying that. But I'll go with Quiddy Pay. I don't give a shit.
Quiddy Pay would
that's
be a
why I
good
went with
pick.
it.
I think if it's a Wosu Kamara kid's there, though, man, that's the best player available. You got to pick him.
I just don't think that they value linebacker that highly, and you've got Jalen Phillips, who they actually are really high on from last year. He's coming back off injury.
Jalen Phillips.
You meant
not Jalen Phillips, Jacob.
Jacob.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
The problem with
I think he's the best linebacker on the team if you draft him right now. That's
Jacob
how much
Phillips?
I like.
Jeremiah
Wilson.
No,
he can match up with people too, because I just think that was I love Taki. That's my dude, but
100%, you're right.
Some of those linebackers are good. And I keep saying that they're young. I think we talked about it. I let them develop first, but this kid is the truth.
He's great.
I've been watching him a lot more. He's really good. He gave us fits a couple years ago, USC, because we didn't play them last year, sadly.
Oh, he's great. He's great.
Yeah.
And then the problem with the whole analytics doesn't want you to draft the linebacker.
I get it.
Is that that's if you're talking. No, because here's why it's bullshit. Because you're talking about football in the grand scheme of things, right? It's just like the whole. If you look at the totality of linebackers drafted, most of them are in the fit of a Nick Bolton from Missouri, right? Sideline to sideline guy, perfect. He gets 100 tackles a season, great. I'm not bashing Nick Bolton, right? Or Monty Rice from Georgia, a thumper, right? Or Pete Werner, right? Owusu Koramoah, he doesn't do that. He's not a quote unquote linebacker. He's that tweener, that rover, the dodger, whatever the hell stupid name you want to call him to make it fit your narrative. That's what he plays. He's a playmaker, just like Xavier Collins. Xavier Collins isn't a linebacker. He's 6'6" and weighs 270 goddamn pounds, right? He's a great pass rusher who can also cover. If you're drafting a linebacker, a quote unquote linebacker that early, you're drafting him because he isn't just your typical linebacker. He does something special. It's just like running backs. It's not a bad thing to draft a running back in the first round. You just better make goddamn sure that the guy you're getting is special, like Najee Harris or Travis Etienne, and not goddamn Doug Martin. That's the problem. Is that you have Doug Martin because that's what happens. That's where these statistics. That's where everything gets skewed. Is you have guys like Doug Martin and Rashad Penny get drafted in the first round. You go, first running back suck, and that's not the case. Or just like linebackers. Yeah, you have guys like LJ Collier get drafted. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The only reason why I didn't go with a linebacker here is that again with Joe Woods, the second that he came in with Cleveland, he talked about wanting to run a dime defense. And if there was a cornerback here, I'd go cornerback. But I think that the fact that
I agree with you.
Samuel, I think, is a little pick here. I think that Samuel, that might be a situation where they trade up from 59 into the early part of the second round to go up and get him.
I think they'll get Joe Tryon from Washington.
See, I don't know. Everybody's real high on him too. And
dude, he's been
back to Matt's
booming lately. He's been booming.
I like. Back to Matt's point, then I'll adjust the Joe Tryon. I think that defensive end is a bigger need for the Cleveland Browns than the linebacker because you are so close to having this perfect defensive line with Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett. You're a couple pieces away from having the most dominant defensive line in the NFL, and you see how important that is to professional football. I mean, Kansas City Chiefs, one could make the argument that they weren't a complete team until they got Frank Clark. Right, and then it goes on just like the Buccaneers getting Villa or Jason Pierre-Paul. That's so important, and they're so close to having that be absolutely devastating. So I'm cool with drafting Kwity Paye. I'm just saying I don't know why people hate on the linebacker pick just because they read some stupid piece of newspaper that said that, or PFF said that. But the Joe Tryon thing, I like Joe Tryon. If he's there in the third round, I'm all over it. But for every time he dominates, and he does dominate. He dominates, if you give him 10 plays, there's 3 plays where he looks like a first-round player, the best player in college football, and there's 7 plays where you're like, oh, I forgot that guy was even on the team. Do you know what I mean? It's very much.
I agree with you. It sounds like he's almost like a lock to go in the top 50.
I don't get it.
At this point. Yeah,
he's going to go.
He's probably going to go in the
There's
first.
been a lot of buzz lately. He's going to go back in around 1, 2, even.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
he disappears, and he's a little bit of a tweener. He's not a defensive end. You know what I mean?
I saw him way too high in one mock. I was like, holy shit. It was to the Dolphins at 18 or whatever. What's the second pick they have? I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, 18.
I'd have to go back and look. I don't want to waste everybody's time, but I think I gave him a third round grade. Pick number 27. We're going to go to obviously owned by the Baltimore Ravens right now. Alexis, you want to kick us off here?
Yeah, I had safety, but he's already gone. So I'm going to say Kadarius Toney. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Is
have.
this the
but I'm going
Baltimore's?
to say Kadarius Toney.
Are we at Baltimore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donovan, you can go now. You can go now.
Oh no, Alexis is fine. She can go. I was just trying to.
She said Tony.
Oh, she said. Okay.
I said Tony.
Tony. Yeah, I think they go Tony too, and they have 2 first-round picks now. So yeah, I think Kadarius Toney is the guy. They like him a lot, apparently.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Interviews, they liked him a lot. Man.
Mac, what do you got here?
I was going to say Elijah Moore here, but...
Really? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but...
I'm shocked.
I'll go Tony.
I had Gregory Rousseau, dude. The thought of Gregory Rousseau learning from Calais Campbell really got me going. But that's all right. We'll go with Kadarius Toney. I got outvoted there.
They can get him in the back a few picks.
Yeah,
yeah. That's why I waited because I was like, well, because I'm in the same thing as you, but they can get him in a few picks hopefully. Apparently,
I'm the only person on draft Twitter that likes Rousseau. Anyways, everybody was hating on me for it. Granted, is his floor Jarvis Moss? Absolutely, but is his ceiling Jason Pierre-Paul? Hell yeah! Like,
is that because he's Haitian?
I really like him.
Is that a Haitian connection, Josh?
It's just, oh, dude, you know how stupid I am. I had to think Pierre-Paul. What's Haitian? Because it's Sunday, bro. It's Sunday, actually. Yeah. No, well, they got the same. They have the same measurables. They both measured at 6'6". They both. I think Gregory Rousseau had a faster 40. Do you remember Jarvis Moss though? Right? How terrible he was. Had similar measurables.
I know. I agree with you, but I like all those guys. I like Quincy Roche. I like Rousseau. I like Jalen Phillips. I like all those dudes.
Alexis, you said you liked Rousseau as well?
Yeah, I'm really high on him. I have him ranked like my second edge guy.
He's my number 1. I think he's awesome. I think he's great. Pick number 28. Let's move on to the New Orleans Saints. Donovan, what you got?
The Saints is tricky, man. That's a tough one right there.
It is.
But I'm gonna go with Xavier Collins.
Mac.
Josh, you're going to kick me off the show because I'm going to go Xavier Collins.
Let's go.
That's okay because that's I think that's not copycat. I feel like that's probably that's a fairly good assessment. Alexis, what do you think?
Well, I had Terrence Marshall Jr., the wide receiver out of LSU, but I think Xavier Collins makes a lot of sense.
God damn, Terrence Marshall Jr., that's early. Anybody else got him going in the first round?
I can see it, but I wouldn't.
He's PFF's 28th ranked player, so that would make sense if he went to the Saints. That's their biggest need too on PFF is a wide receiver.
I just felt like
yeah.
there's a Louisiana connection there, and that the Saints
Mhm.
would maybe be inclined to take him early. I don't know. It's probably a little high.
That's a decent thought process.
Yeah.
I
think
need some help at
that,
receiver. They can't just
No
have
shit.
these because their quarterback situation is kind of ugly, dude. So,
but you're changing your answer to Xavier Collins. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I had James Davis, linebacker from Kentucky. I think I told you I gave him a 3rd round grade, but what I say, John Davis. I gave him a 3rd round grade, but he tested out the goddamn gate, and people are in love with him. And this seems like the kind of player that the Saints would take a chance on, given their recent picks like Marcus Davenport and shit. But we'll go with Xavier Collins. I mean, Xavier Collins I think that would be a steal here. Pick number 29 to the Green Bay Packers. Mac, what are you thinking here, buddy?
It's been long enough. Give Aaron Rodgers a target and give him Elijah Moore.
Donovan.
Oh man, I like Elijah Moore. But
say it, dude. Say it, because I'm with you. Whatever you're gonna say, I'm with you.
No, it's
no.
Tough
We've talked about it. We've talked about Elijah Moore being overrated.
No, I don't think he's overrated. I think I don't want him here. I would rather on this board, looking at what's available, have Asante Samuel Jr. to pair up with Jair Alexander. I think they're pretty similar. Jair's better, but
okay.
I like that.
Alexis,
small at corner, but it's all right.
Is Rashad Bateman gone?
Yeah, he went to Chicago at 20.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, well, if he's gone, then I guess I'll say Elijah Moore as well.
I'm with you, Donovan. I got Asante Samuel, and didn't Eric put me in my place when I called Asante Samuel small on your podcast? Because I was like, yeah, he's only like 5'10", and then Eric was like, no, dude, he measured at 6 foot literally 2 days ago.
He's just small,
right?
He's small in weight. He's like 5'11" and a half or something. But him and Jair are both under 6 foot.
He is not. There is a drop
He's
down.
He's skinny.
I gave him a 2nd round grade because there is a significant drop down from Surtain, Farley, Horn. Those guys' measurables to Samuel. But Samuel is there in tier 2.
They both gave you help. Bill, he was like, Asante Samuel was like a normal size corner. He's not under.
Bill was with me. Bill was with me on Samuel though, because Samuel got taken earlier than this.
He was with you on Samuel as far as his play, but as far as his size, he wasn't, because Bill was saying that.
Right, I was wrong.
Asante Samuel was a normal size corner.
Yes.
He literally is the average size corner.
Yes, I was wrong about that. I was wrong about 2 things on that podcast: Richie Grant and Asante Samuel. I'll admit that.
Hey man, Richie Grant's the man.
Everything else though, I was goddamn right.
I'm gonna go with Asante over. There's so many receivers, man. Like,
so you
Elijah, I can get Elijah. I can get production in the 2nd round from
Rondale Moore's still on the board. Rondale Moore's on the board.
Well, he might not be there in the 2nd round of the Packers pick, but either way, I could still get a guy.
Yeah. So we got 2 Elijah Moores and 2 Asante Samuels. I'm on the veto card. We're going with Asante Samuel. Okay. Pick number 30, currently owned by the Buffalo Bills. Alexis, you want to kick this one off?
I can. I'm trying to decide. I mean, because I had down Eric Stokes, but he went earlier. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna wait. Has JOK been picked yet? He hasn't.
No, he has not.
So I'm saying him. I'm gonna say him.
Okay, Donovan, what are you thinking?
Did Barrymore get picked yet?
No,
he has not.
Yeah, Christian Barrymore.
And Mac?
I'm going to go Azeez Ojulari. I think that they need a better edge presence, edge rush coming off the edge there. So I'm going to go with Ojulari.
Really? See, I originally had Asante Samuel. I originally had Asante Samuel going here because there's a cornerback run. I'm reevaluating all the top cornerbacks are gone. Right, Elijah Molden is the next one up. So that's probably where I go. So to recap, I have the cornerback Elijah Molden. Mac, you have outside linebacker Azeez Ojulari. Donovan has defensive tackle Christian Barrymore. And Alexis, who did you have again?
JOK.
So let's go with. So okay, let's narrow it down between Ojulari and JOK. Is that cool, Donovan? Because we had those guys because we had those guys going way earlier than I'm eliminating my guy too because those guys were going. We
Who'd
had
you
those
pick?
guys. I had Elijah Molden, but we had both Ojolari and JOK. We had mocked earlier than our two guys.
Right,
so let's go ahead and knock out our two guys. So I'm gonna vote. God, I don't know. Donovan, what are you thinking?
It's between JOK and who'd you say, Matt?
Ojolari.
I'll go with Aziz Ojolari.
Dude, I want to go with I'm gonna go with JOK. I'm gonna put the veto foot down and we're gonna put JOK.
Right.
I just feel like it's so low, like already. Because we're at pick 30, like for JOK, in my opinion. Like
That's true.
him sliding
Yeah,
that
that's a
far
fair
just
point.
seems crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move on to pick number 31, which at the time of me writing this, obviously it was Kansas City's pick. Now it's Baltimore's pick. Donovan, what do you got?
Aziz Ojolari.
That was easy. Mac, what do you got?
Aziz Ojolari.
You guys are such assholes. Alexis, what do you got?
I have Aziz.
God
I have
damn
Aziz
it.
as well.
I love the way he's
Wouldn't it be
Aziz,
dope,
too. It's
though?
Cool, man.
If they took Kadarius Toney at 27 and Rondale Moore
Oh my
at
god.
31, and they still had Hollywood Brown, wouldn't that be no excuses from there on out, right?
Well, you forgot about Willie Sneed, so first of all, my guy.
Your favorite
Miles
player.
Boykin.
I love Willie Sneed.
Miles Boykin. That's Hey, he's still young. I made fun of him, but he's still young. He can still end up doing something.
Willie Sneed's still young.
No, dude, Willie Sneed has to be 30, right?
He's 28.
No goddamn way. Wasn't he with the Saints for like 7 years?
He was with them.
He was a Browns training camp invite.
Yeah, dude. He's been in the
he's
NFL forever, bro.
He was a young man coming out of college. Dude. I love
Young man.
He was a young man.
Dude,
All
it
right,
feels like it was forever ago that he was in Cleveland. So yeah,
Yeah,
probably
dude.
he's only 28.
I think he played with Greg Little. That's how old he is.
Yeah,
Remember Greg Little?
unfortunately.
Yeah, bro.
Big Willie Sneed guy, Mac.
We're not gonna bash Greg Little on this podcast either, Mac. I ran out and bought that motherfucker's jersey. Okay?
Greg Little's jersey?
That's your fault.
Dude, he was a badass, bro. Because first of all, he was like 6'2", 220. He was all cut up and jacked. And I remember.
Oh, I thought you
what was
meant
it?
Greg Little, like the Ole Miss one, the line.
No,
my bad.
the UNC.
That's
The
worse.
UNC receiver.
Am I wrong? That his first name was Greg, right?
They're both Greg
Yeah.
Littles, though.
They're both
the
Greg
same-
Little.
Yeah, they have the same.
Both
Yeah,
of them
dude,
can't
and
catch.
he ran like a running back. He was like you remember Antoine Goodley from Baylor?
Wow,
Antoine-
throwback.
Dude, but Antoine Goodley's younger than Little. Antoine Goodley was the same way. I always fall in love with those guys that are like, they would like they ran like running backs. Goodley was smaller because Goodley was only like 210, or I mean, he was like 5'10. But Greg Little was like 6'2 and just would stiff arm people. I think he was a running back in high school. He was a badass. He
Yeah.
just couldn't catch the ball.
Yeah, they had him change positions.
Yeah, at North
In
Carolina,
college.
but he was a complete badass. But we'll go with this Aziz Ojolari at 31. All right, the last pick number 32, owned by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mac, we'll let you end this, buddy. What do you got?
I'll go Christian Barmore.
Okay, Donovan.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta go Christian Barmore. I was gonna go Davis Mills.
I'm sorry, did you say Davis Mills?
I was, but I want to go Barmore.
Dude, explain Davis Mills real quick.
I just interviewed Davis Mills yesterday.
Oh, dude, you're that guy. You're that guy. You fall in love with people you interview. I love it, dude. I
No,
love
man.
it. But that's
Well,
how I know.
hey-
That's how I know you're a nice guy, though, because I don't do that. I'm
Hey,
not.
Pete Prisco has him going to the Bears at 20.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. They just did a mock draft Friday. They did a live
Really?
mock draft for CBS. He has him 20. And
Wow, did they fire
I-
him live on air?
no, he says random shit all the time. Dude, I've seen him mocked in the first round a lot.
I remember
He
him
is-
calling
so-
Miles Jack the next Ray Lewis.
Yeah,
That's not-
ridiculous.
that's
I
not-
like Miles
no.
Jack, but damn.
Yeah, we're not going to slander
Yeah.
Miles Jack here. There's been a lot of
He's
slander
not-
on this
he's
podcast.
not-
It's not
Ray Lewis.
slander.
Miles
I'm not
Jack was
calling
a
him a Hall of
goddamn-
Famer.
He's not Ray Lewis though. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Miles Jack was a goddamn freak, dude. I think
not
it would
Ray-
take
Ray Lewis.
But he's not Ray
3
Lewis.
seconds. It would take
Ray
3
Lewis.
seconds for me to get hyped up watching that dude's highlight tape in college and be like, oh yeah, I'm sold. But Davis Mills, there's always one quarterback every goddamn year where he's like super average, and they're like, yeah, this is the guy. You know, whether it's Tom Savage, Nathan Peterman.
Oh man.
Dude, help me out. There's more.
I think that's Kellen Mond.
Cole
this year.
McCoy.
I don't think that's Davis.
Ryan Nassib.
I think Davis is.
That's such a good one.
You'd be I got some good stuff about Davis, man. Coming out.
I know, but there's always one quarter there. He's okay, right? But there is always one every year where it's like that guy wasn't that good.
Or what's his name too? David. What's the kid from Cal? Darius played with him. Davis Webb.
Davis Webb was the same way. Yeah, good one. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. I feel like there was one from Washington too. But he ended up not getting drafted
At all?
Yeah, dude. I know who I'm talking about.
Oh, I know who you're talking
about. Keith Price.
Yeah.
Similar.
Oh wow, Keith Price, dude, throwing
you remember Keith Price though, right?
Yeah, he's from Bellflower, dude.
EJ Manuel
same high school as Josh Rosen, man.
EJ Manuel was kind of the same way. When EJ Manuel left Florida State fans celebrated because that was when Jameis Winston took over, and then all of a sudden he's a first round. I know, but he shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Like,
he had to get.
There was the same year as Brian Nassib.
Christian Ponder went in the first round too, and it was like, dude, are you serious? Because he almost got benched for Manuel too. There's always these quarterbacks that are like.
Brian Nassib. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good. Even his head coach from college passed him up. That was when Marone first got hired.
That's how you know it's bad, man.
Yeah, and he was supposedly a top 10 pick, and then went in the fourth round.
Yeah, they were like, and so he passed it up in the first round. And then the second round, they're like, this is it. He's good because they drafted. There was two Syracuse guys that year. There was the offensive lineman, and then there was Nassib. Do you remember the offensive lineman's name? I know he's still in the NFL. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. Do you remember him? No, you guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know I like him a lot. So I don't think he's actually a first round pick. I mean, I would tell him that, you know what I mean? But I think that I don't know, man. It's just weird, you know. After those 5 quarterbacks, it's like I don't know. You know, Trask is there, Mond, and Shea Buechele's been moving up the board a lot too.
Oh, Justin Pugh.
Justin Pugh, thank you.
I just looked it up.
Pugh. And the Giants did draft Justin Pugh, right?
Yes, they drafted both of them.
They drafted Nassib in the 4th, though, but they got Pugh in the 2nd.
They got Pugh in the 1st.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, they were like, okay. They thought he was going to take Dickhead, and then they took Pugh in the 1st. And they're like, okay, they're going to give him the 2nd, and then he wait to the 4th. Whatever. You know, Davis Mills is good. I don't want to go on a tangent where I feel like I'm talking shit about him. I think that he can play in the NFL. I think he can start in the NFL. He's just not there yet, right? Very rarely can a guy start 10 games and then start in the NFL. I think he's better than Kellen Mond, though, and Kellen Mond has been getting the same amount of hype. I take Davis Mills over Kellen Mond all day.
Okay, that's fair. It's funny because I mean, Kellen Mond has the most starts out of every quarterback in this class, and Davis has the least amount.
But Kellen Mond is the master. Kellen Mond's his tape is awesome because it's like, God damn, he's got a big arm, but where is he throwing that to? he's got a little bit of Brandon Whedon in his game. God damn, that's a 60-yard ball. Why is it hitting the cheerleader in the face? So to recap, Mac, you had Barrymore?
Yes.
And Donovan, you had Barrymore?
Yeah. And
Alexis, what do you got?
I had Barrymore.
I had Jason Owa.
Oh my God.
It's Donovan's favorite player. Fine, we'll go with Barrymore. That's interesting you guys haven't taken Barrymore even though they re-signed Sue. And they have Vita there. They had back.
Injuries.
To who, though?
Yeah.
Vita Vea got hurt. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't come back to the playoffs last year.
Well, and I mean, Sue only came back for a 1-year deal, so you get somebody on a cheaper deal.
This is a luxury pick, I think, too, because they was best available.
Sue.
Yeah, but
I thought they re-signed Sue so they can have Barrymore replace him next year.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and assume that you're correct on that because, but for the record, that's what Sue's known for. When's the last time Sue didn't sign a 1-year deal?
That's true.
Like, right? Like,
Well, I mean, it allows them to go ahead and, not have to re-sign him to another 1-year deal.
Well, they don't. It's not like they need anybody. They just won the Super Bowl, so we're splitting here. Point. Me saying that they're going to draft a defensive end with no sacks.
Could see him going ETN too, though. That'd be I can see that.
Sick.
Him and playoff Lenny.
All right, let's wrap this thing up.
Gio Bernard.
Let's wrap this thing up. We just finished the first round. Donovan, is there anything you noticed about the first round that you thought was fishy, that you wish you would have put your foot down? Is there anything? What would you like to add to this wonderful podcast?
No, I think Mac Jones went too low, but other than that,
where are you going?
Other than that, it was fine.
There is always one quarterback that falls, though. You know what I mean? Very, very rarely do we see, because you always get the hype, it's going to be 5 quarterbacks in the first round, and there's always one that falls, just like Lamar Jackson or Geno Smith.
Brady Quinn.
I think it's different this year, man. Quarterback hasn't been as important as it's ever been, as right now. Everybody's, especially that 5th-year option, everybody's picking a quarterback. The top 3 picks are going to be quarterback. I don't think that's ever happened.
I think that usually I'm kind of like a conservative, stickler, old school football guy. No, the game doesn't change. But I think you're right, Donovan, because it's not about the game changing. It's about the contracts restructuring. You're wanting to snag that quarterback, make him good as quickly as you're wanting it. You're no longer are you trying to draft a quarterback and make him into what you want. You're trying to draft a quarterback that already has what you're looking for, so that you can try to win a Super Bowl while you're not handcuffed to his contract like the Packers are with Aaron Rodgers. So I think you're right. I don't have an issue with that statement at all. Mac, is there anything you'd like to add to this wonderful mock draft that we just had?
No, I would say this from covering the Browns. I'm pissed that all of the cornerbacks went early.
Well, all of them, dude. We were reaching for Eric Stokes, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't reach for Eric Stokes. That was you and Alexis.
I would say this. I think that Eric Stokes is the perfect Steeler cornerback. I think he makes the most sense based on what they've drafted in the past.
Is that why? Because he's bad?
I didn't say that.
Like Artie Burns and Justin Lane before him and Bryant McFadden.
I saw a mock with Kelvin Joseph going in the first, so you could have taken him.
Yeah, dude, fair point.
His hype went up, and his hype was weird for a while too. It was like, dude, we all saw him get blown out by. He had what was it against Ole Miss where he got ripped apart for 7 million yards.
I would say this. The only other thing that I would say that the only other pick that I think would make sense, just again, think from a Cleveland standpoint too. I also wouldn't be shocked if they went Elijah Moore.
I think that he's.
I can see that.
I like Elijah Moore. Gave him a 2nd-round grade, but I just feel like he really benefited from that high-powered offense that they run. I think that there's a guy like Rondale Moore to me that didn't go here in this first round. Moore was the goddamn Purdue offense. He didn't benefit from shit on that offense, and he was the goddamn team. And he benches 7 million pounds and squats 7 million pounds. Dude, he's just a freak. And he was like that in high school too, wasn't he, Donovan? Wasn't he like a 4 or 5-star recruit?
He was a 4-star. He could have went to a lot of better schools than Purdue, but he chose Purdue. It worked out well for him. He got a lot of
it did.
Made a name. And Purdue's a good school. Obviously they've had Hall of Famers on the team, but that was
what? Yeah. Hall of Famer on this team. What?
I'm saying Purdue. I was kind of trashing Purdue, but they have Hall of Fame players. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, back when Joe Tiller was there, they were
they had good players. Well, I made it seem
Drew
like
Brees, Curtis Painter, Taylor Stubberfield.
Yeah, they just don't get too many 4-stars. Is what I was trying to say.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. Alexis, is there anything that you'd like to add or change or commentary on the mock draft?
No, I thought it was good. I think it kind of fell into the ballpark of what's going to happen, give or take, obviously a few picks. But I think at this point, we all kind of know position wise what could possibly happen. I don't really think there's going to be any pick just completely out of left field in this draft.
Really? That's a bold statement, my friend.
Yeah, the only thing that you could say would be bold is maybe a team trading up for a quarterback you wouldn't think would, or somebody taking a quarterback. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I
think
simplifying.
I could see the Raiders taking someone completely stupid.
Maybe on Nick, they're going to take
It's
Nixon.
Gruden. It's Gruden. Like that,
Dude.
You have to account for that.
They're going to take Nixon. They're taking Nixon from Iowa.
You know what?
I'm talking something dumber than that. I'm talking like, well, who did we have going to Vegas? We had Taven Jenkins. God, dude.
I can see him getting Jackson Carman.
There you go, Donovan. You nailed it.
I've seen that in a couple.
Yep, I could see that. I could see that stupid shit happening.
Jackson Carman. I saw Jamar Johnson.
I could see them trading up. I could see them. Who?
Jamar Johnson. I saw him in the first.
I don't know what the hype is around him. He's a very average player.
He's
he had one good game. He had one good game again. That's what's happened. Is everybody's watching Justin Fields film and they saw Jamar Johnson destroy him, and they're like, "God damn, that guy's good," not realizing that was Justin Fields' worst game of his entire life. Yeah, dude, that's a good bet. I could see the Raiders trading up for Jackson Carman, falling in love with that.
They wouldn't trade up for him.
I could see them.
He's gonna be there.
I could see them put some stuff. I could see them try. I could see them drafting Joe Try on that early or some shit. Like
I could see that too. Sure.
Yeah,
definitely see that. I also think Caleb Farley might drop out of the first round.
Well, I don't think that's insane. The guy did have 2 back surgeries.
Yeah. I think I've heard
very Greedy Williams like.
I've heard so much stuff. I've been just looking at hot take. I heard Rousseau could drop to the day 3.
A lot of people don't like Rousseau. He's very raw. He's.
Yeah, I've seen some crit.
The craziest thing I've seen is
Kellen Mond in the first round. Is the craziest thing I've seen so far.
I have not seen that.
I saw Kellen Mond in the first round. That the Bears would move back and get him. And I feel bad for. I hate the Bears. Sorry, but I would feel bad for them if that's what they did.
Yeah, it's just like I think that
they're going to be a team that I think mortgages the farm to move up into the top 10. I think
the Bears
to get Kellen Mond.
The Bears.
No, not to get Kellen Mond. Good God, no.
No, the Bears should do it to get Justin Fields, dude. They should. They really should.
If that's their choices, if they go from Justin Fields to Kellen Mond,
San Francisco is not going to trade out of 3, so I don't think that they're going to be able to.
I guess the Falcons would have to be the team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can take Mac Jones.
The Falcons take Mac Jones? That'd be him and Mac Ryan? Oh, he's the next Mac Ryan, so that's perfect.
Okay,
no, I'm saying that's where the Bears can take him because Justin Fields is going 3 to San Fran.
Oh, okay. Well,
he's trying to get you fired up, Donovan.
No, he might.
Dude, Donovan doesn't get Donovan.
It's not a lock. It's not a lock that Mac Jones is going to go to San Francisco. So you could be right. I'm not like I would draft him 3, but I'm not. It's not a lock.
I would say
Donovan doesn't get fired up. Like if you tell me I'm wrong about something, I'll try to call you.
No, I know. I know.
Donovan's not like that.
I know. I can pick you off at time.
I don't know.
What were we talking? Mac and I got into it one time.
You can get me. It depends who.
God. Well, which time?
It depends.
Dude, I can't remember. There was one time where we got in a pretty heavy argument. We had someone on our staff. I can't remember who it was a couple years ago. The year Barkley came out, and the dude was 100%.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, okay.
And the dude was 100% certain that Ronald Jones was better, and I was like, bro, and I lost my shit in the chat. Donovan doesn't do that. When do you think was the last time you got? When do you get heated, Donovan? When's the last time you were like you put your foot on the table like, nah, dude?
Mac Jones on Twitter. That's like the most.
I've seen you get aggressive.
I got pretty. Let me try to.
You got a little heated when we were talking about recruiting rankings because this was a while ago. This might be when we first started doing podcasts together, and I said. Those things are bullshit anyways. You were like, excuse me? What do you mean?
Oh, Bill does that to me all the time.
You were fired up. It was like he had a slideshow ready, like with all these stats of like, this is many first rounders, this is how many are Hall of Famers. Like, okay, fuck, goddamn, dude.
Yeah, I mean, for this class, Mac Jones I'm definitely getting arguments about that. I'm getting arguments about Tyler Vaughns. Too, because I stand for Tyler Vaughns, man, being a solid. Not saying he's going to be a Pro Bowl receiver or anything. I'm just saying he's better than some of these other receivers I've seen ahead of him that people are trying to make, first, second round picks. I mean, Vaughns probably go day 3, whatever, but he'll be a value. Good value.
You were singing his praise pretty early on. Is that the guy you put your foot on the table for? That he's going to be? Is that your day 3 guy that's going to be? See, I gave him a 3rd round grade though.
That's where I am, but I've seen him in the 6th
so
round. I'm like, dude, what?
Is that your guy though that you're putting your foot on the board or your foot on the table?
Who, Mac Jones or Tyler Vaughns?
Mac Jones is 1st round. Tyler Vaughns.
Tyler Vaughns, yeah. Trey Smith. But I know he had
Trey
a lot
Smith.
of
Trey
medical
Smith
condition.
He's going to go early too.
Ben Cleveland.
Ben Cleveland's a good one.
Barron. I like Barron a lot.
Barron.
Browning.
Oh, well, I don't think that.
I'm not putting my foot down for like really like many of these. I mean, Dylan Moses. You know, like
yeah, but he's gonna go. He's gonna go early too, right?
Maybe.
Is that an argument?
Oh, this is one. This is a good one because we got in this one other day in the mock draft. Kylan Hill.
Oh yeah, but you didn't put your foot down on him. You were
Eric
passionate that
Eric
he was.
Loves him.
Yes, Eric put his foot.
But
you weren't passionate about him like you were. Like Ben Cleveland's a good one because Ben Cleveland.
Go ahead.
But that's someone you liked, right?
Oh, I love Ben Cleveland, dude. I have a 2nd round grade on him.
Yes. See, and he's probably going to fall to. I mean, shit, he could go to the 6th round. Kylan Hill, you weren't saying.
What?
See, but he's been mocked there. That's what I'm saying. That's a guy you put your foot down. But Kylan Hill, it ain't like you're fucking saying he's going to be a 2nd rounder. You were just saying he was better than other guys.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, Ben Cleveland. Yeah. I mean, he I feel like he overlifts, man. Like I love like all the weight room stuff he does, but like he's like a legend in the Georgia weight room. But he gets hurt a lot. So I mean, yeah, he's fun. Prospect,
Alexis, who's someone that you're putting your foot down that this guy's going to be good that no one else believes you?
Dalen Hayes out of Notre Dame.
Interesting. Why?
I think. Well, I've seen him play a lot. I mean, like I mentioned, I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I just really like him. I think he's a lot of potential, but I understand that like the injury thing freaks people out, which is like reasonable. So like I think he's gonna go probably like the end of the 4th, early 5th round, maybe later. But like I think that like if he stays healthy, that he is going to start in the NFL and be pretty good.
So what grade
think that I'm overrating him?
So what grade did you give him? Because Donovan gave Ben Cleveland a 2nd round grade, and we're seeing him get mocked to the 6th. Dalen Hayes, I gave Dalen a 4th round grade as well. So I think he's probably going to go 4th or 5th round. But what grade did you give him? Do you think he's just as talented as other 2nd rounders, or?
I think talent-wise, he's a 2nd round grade. I think he's going to go, like I said, in the 4th to 5th round. When he's healthy, when he's like completely at his best, yeah. But I don't know
Interesting.
Either. But
Donovan, what do you think about?
4th.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. That's where I have him rated. But Donovan, what do you think about Dalen Hayes? Because this was a guy that was also a 4- or 5-star recruit, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. I like Dalen. He's definitely injury prone. I don't think I have like a 4th round grade on him. I think he's gonna be. He doesn't have high potential to me. Like high, I'm talking about Pro Bowl, All Pro guy. But I think he can be a starter, but like a low end one. But he's a rotational guy to me. A high end rotational guy. He's got his height and arm length is just like below average. When I watch him play like Alabama, like the top teams, it's like a guy to me. And then
he's got a good anchor. Man, I have to go. Like I said, I did the defensive line rankings a while ago, but he has a good anchor. I don't remember him getting pushed around. I just don't remember him having a dominant. I don't remember him being in the backfield, but I don't remember him getting pushed around. I mean, there's some guys. I mean, like Chauncey Golston from Iowa. There's tape of him being pushed around 7 yards behind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember that with Dalen Hayes.
I think Dalen Hayes is one of those guys who's going to have a really long career and have some good numbers because he just has – if he can stay healthy, like Alexis said, like he's a good player and probably one of the most high character guys in this whole draft class and hardest workers and all that good stuff that coaches like. But, I mean, he's just not talent-wise like a top 100, top 150 guy probably. But he's good. He'll probably be in the NFL for like 9 or 10 years and start a bunch of games.
Well, if you can get that out of a 4th, 5th rounder, that's That's a goddamn win. Yeah. Mac, who's a prospect that you would, kiss on the mouth?
Jesus.
I would say this when it comes to somebody I'm pounding the table for. I'll go with Peyton Turner out of Houston. I think he actually makes a lot of sense.
No. You can't pick Peyton Turner because Peyton Turner is not an underdog. Everybody likes Peyton Turner. You got to pick someone who everybody thinks sucks.
I'm saying again, this is the way that I'm thinking about it when it comes. I'm thinking about it in terms of the Browns because again, that's the way I'm looking at all these prospects.
Peyton Turner's going to be gone in the second round, right? Does everybody agree?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's where I think he fits at 59.
He's not a lock.
I think he fits at 59 for Cleveland.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But so Alexis named Dalen Hayes, who everybody gave him a 4th round grade. Donovan named Ben Cleveland, who's getting 6th round grades. You got to pick someone who you think is going to be there.
Ben Cleveland, dude.
You could. I swear.
It's making me mad, dude.
So you got to pick someone who you're seeing mocked that you're like, well, what the hell?
Okay.
I mean,
Shaka Tony would be one of mine. I think Shaka Tony, I see him getting mocked at like
Andre Cisco out of Syracuse.
See, but isn't he getting mocked at like the second round?
No,
he's like late 3, early 4. I'm seeing a lot.
Yeah, he's not going to go in the second. I don't think so.
Lex, what do you think about Andre Cisco? Is that a fair sleeper pick, or is Mac?
Am I just being a cop-out?
I have him going at the end of the 3rd, which I think is pretty fair. I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't watch too much of him, but from what I've seen, I think he's okay.
Grade. I gave him a 2nd round grade. He's a dynamic. What safeties? Okay.
Oh God.
Mac who? What? All right, fine. I'll let you have Andre Cisco. Andre Cisco.
Andre Cisco he was a big time recruit too.
Yeah, he led the NCAA interceptions like 2 years ago.
So I feel why you're saying.
Oh, he's good. I'm thinking of someone else. I have Andre Cisco's my 6th overall safety. I don't know who I was thinking of, but I was thinking of like Indiana, not Syracuse. Yeah,
and that's you're talking about Jamar Johnson.
Yeah. Why? I'm losing my mind. Sorry, but yeah, no, he's good. Cisco's good.
Well, there's 7 million prospects. I don't think it's you're allowed to mix them up. Shit happens.
There's also 2 Cincinnati safeties, Wiggins and Forrest, that I naturally always mix up.
Oh yeah,
both of them are in my top 10.
Yeah, and Syracuse has got a number of defensive backs that are vaunted as well.
I'll give you one later pick, Josh. You go ahead and make yourself happy. At least when I'm talking about players that create on offense, especially looking at Cleveland, I like Walt Filer out of Indiana. I think that he makes a lot of sense, at least for a fun gadget player and making sense in that offense.
Oh my God, that is a good one, dude. What? I gave him a 5th round grade. I think I'm higher on him than most. His pro day was absolute goddamn gutter trash. What round? What ranking do you? So where does everybody have Waffle York?
I have him as a day 3 guy, but I think that he's a fun gadget player that I think could make sense on that offense.
I agree. I like that. Donovan, what are your views on Watt?
6th round.
Do you see potential that Mac does or no?
Not really.
He's trying to muster up something nice to say. Yeah. Alexis, what are your feelings about Wap?
Yeah, not really. I'm sorry, dog.
I think he's okay, but
okay,
like
man.
I don't I would say 6th round.
Damn. He wrecked Ohio State. I think he can be very. I don't think he's a star, but I agree. I gave him a 5th round grade. I feel like that's a player. If he's there in the 6th round, the Browns take him. I think he's really going to surprise some people and be very, very solid and stick on this team. I think he's better than a lot of the guys the Browns have. I think he's better than.
He can be a good role player on a good team.
Yeah,
that's the way that I'm looking at him. I'm not looking at him to be any phenomenal
No, he can play special teams, do reverses a lot like what you saw with Taylor Gabriel. It's not insane. He's a little bit bigger, runs a little bit harder. I like that's a good one, Mac. That is a good one.
There you go. I'm glad I meet your standards there, Josh.
I think mine would probably be Shaka Tony. I think Shaka Tony's special. Don't think he gets enough credit. People shit on him. Bill said something nice about him last week that kind of resonated with me. He's viewed as a little bit of a tweener, but I don't know if that's a bad thing. I think he's more versatile than anything. He's got a wide frame. He's got a big frame. All right, we've hit the hour and a half mark, so at this point, no one's going to listen to us. Everybody's logged off. This is Josh Keatley. This is the Browns Wire podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at JoshKeatley16. Mac, where can they see your work? What you got going on, buddy?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and follow me on Twitter at MacRobinson95. Got a ton of stuff coming up on the Hurry Up podcast this week. We're going to be rolling out, just going head first. Got Mark Sessler hopping on with me. We've got Jeff Risdon, Emery Hunt. Got all of that stuff all ready to go for you guys, so make sure you check it out.
Damn you. Jeff won't return my text. God damn him. Donovan, where can they see your workout? What you got going on?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Don James Sports. The name remains the same. I'm finishing up my interview. I'm done interviewing Davis Mills. I'm just finishing it up and taking some stuff out, adding some stuff in.
Are you finishing up right now? Like as you're doing my podcast?
No, not right now. I gotta because my phone.
You're such a liar, dude.
No, I only have 5% on my phone, so I can't really do anything. My phone's about to die, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna actually finish it up tomorrow. It'll probably be out tomorrow night.
We'll be looking forward to that.
But I would say he was really cool interview. He's an interesting guy, man. I know he's a Stanford man, so he's already weird. Guy, but
he automatically gets that label of being super intelligent.
He's one of the smartest people I've ever been around. I know that's a generic.
Is that right? That is a generic thing to say, but I believe you because you've been around a lot of Stanford dudes.
Yeah, I know I have, but he really is like he's a different cat, man. He's weird. Not weird in a bad way. I'm saying he's like different. He's just a different cat. He's a different cat. I think it's because he's from Georgia. He's from Atlanta, but he's like a West Coast kid at heart. Like even when you hear him talk, no Southern drawl at all. Just like no y'all, nothing like that. He's just
no y'all.
Yeah, he's chill, dude. He's a
no y'all.
Wait, does like Chick-fil-A a lot though. So.
Write that in the scatter report, right? No y'all. What's up with these dudes living in fast food? What was it, Josh? Josh Ibator Bebe said he liked Culver's.
Culver's, yeah. Mills is actually like he said he could be a chef. I don't know if I believe that, but he said he's like really into he watches a bunch of Gordon Ramsay videos. I don't know if that
Gordon
means
Ramsay. That's not a real chef. A real chef is Guy Fieri. Okay.
Oh well, I don't know.
Guy Fieri. Oh, dude, I go to Flavortown every goddamn day, Mac. Alexis, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me on Twitter at the Alexis Kraft. I'm always on there just like talking about football stuff, especially the draft coming up. But I'm also going to be doing a live stream during the entire NFL draft with Downtown Rams in New York. So that link will be on my Twitter if you're interested in watching that. It should be a lot of fun, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully smoothly, because it will be live. But it is exciting. It is in New York, so I'm excited about that.
You're going to live stream the entire draft?
Yeah.
That's like 38 hours.
Yeah, it's insane. We did it 2 years ago. Well, we did it last year too, but it was different because it was on Zoom. But it's pretty insane.
Yeah, I'll definitely be watching that, dude.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
You guys do a great job, and I can't.
I'll at least watch it back. I'm going to be working at 92.3 The Fan during it, so I'll check it out after.
I'll be working, sadly. Saturday's going to be dope. Day 3, I'm off. I'm just going to watch the whole 4 through 7 rounds. I can't wait.
Yes, thank you. It should be great.
Yeah.
Next year, if you're wanting to prep for like that amount of time sitting there and being bored, you should get on Donovan's 7-round mock draft. Because, dude.
Or Bill's was longer than mine. He just wrapped up his today.
What? Were you on it?
No, I sent picks in like the other guys did for mine. But I
didn't get an invite.
Really?
I didn't get an invite.
Dude, his was long, dude.
No, yours wasn't bad. It was
I love Bill.
After every pick. No, Bill was not. So Bill's got a story for everything.
But dude, I know.
Chris Branson.
I had to cut off everyone. Like y'all.
Bro, after every goddamn pick, he had a mathematical equation for why it was right or why it wasn't right. It was like Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind, only without like his rugged jawline. It was Chris's afro. Like it was just like it was right though. It was like
Jufro, man. Jufro. He said that, not me.
Right,
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, you're right. You did say that.
I can promise you that Alexis is a lot funnier than me, so hers is gonna be better for sure.
Dude, yours was great. It was just good.
She's one of the funniest people.
Chris had a mathematical equation, bro. You gotta go back and listen to it back. It's like after everything. Oh man, and then he would get up like how when you Skype with your grandma, like where you get like the Alexa and she gets like right up into it. Hello. That's how Chris was. I think it was because he was stoned though.
Oh yeah, he's high as hell, dude.
But all right, this was the Browns Wire podcast, and please give us a like, share, review, and we're out.